Okay, so I had an awesome opportunity to go to a leadership meeting last night and meet Jeff Hill, the Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing, I think is his technical title. I forget, they've changed it a couple times. Really down to earth, very, very cool guy. And he can just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. It's kind of really, really awesome. It's cute. He's always like, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. Just talking, talking. Um, but one of the things I got to do was sit down in a small group before the training. It was four of us sitting around a table talking to him, kind of giving him where we're at, our barriers, what our goals are. And it kind of put me in a position to kind of reevaluate my goals for myself, our goals as a team, and how that helps me continue to develop as a leader and help you guys reach your goals. And so I am going to be more active in having more of those one-on-one conversations with you guys, like doing Zoom calls like this or like FaceTimes, so that we can spend some actual time together and see what kind of barriers you think you're hitting at this moment. Because again, it's a learning process for me. And you guys telling me what you're running into helps me remember where I was and how I got through that. And the more I talk about that with you guys, the more I can develop that into kind of like our own system and training as you guys. I can't believe I just said that. It feels really weird. I'm going to, at some point, going to have to develop our own trainings because we are a growing team, because a few of you want to grow and want to advance rank. And so that puts us in a position to lead and to be able to start people off right and know what their goals are and what they're doing. So it's kind of this trickling effect that happens. So regardless of rank, the point is that you're changing your life, you're helping others change their lives, and we're not selling products that just are magic. And this came up in our accountability group with that article that Amber posted. Some people in there are not coaches, so but I think everybody that is a coach is probably in there. Talking about the criticism of Beachbody. And what I look at is that could be a criticism of any product on the market. The difference is that we believe in having all of those pieces in place in order for people to have success, which is why we call it the recipe for success, which is why we encourage people and pretty much require that they start with a challenge pack and stick with us from day one. We're doing a program, we're doing Shakeology, we're clean eating, we're talking to each other, we're staying in contact, we're doing an accountability group, and I'm staying in contact with you past that. So, like one of the little tag things is, fitness, nutrition, support. I really believe in that. And that's why this company, that's why these programs have worked for me, because all of those key things are in place. And that's why I believe in paying this forward and inspiring more participants and inspiring more coaches, because it's not magic. It's an actual lifestyle change. When you put all those things into place and you actually follow them and you do them, you will have personal success. You're going to have a healthier body, you're going to have a healthier mind, and you're going to have a healthier life in general. And that's what I talk about with Glenn a lot, and I think a few of you have heard me say it. There's this trickle effect that happens in your life, that as you start to commit to making these small changes, having healthier foods in your house, making healthier choices when you're out, living by that 80-20 rule. It's not about deprivation. Everything's in moderation. You're doing regular fitness. Then you start to look at the other things in your life and how you can improve those things. Because doing this over and over again reinforces the power you have within you to actually make changes. And that's where we're at right now. as I'm driving forward, I'm looking at the power I have to make changes in other things in my life that I thought were totally out of my control. And it hit me last night. I never saw this happening. I never saw any of this happening. And I can't believe, like, you guys are sitting here with me, listening to me, like I'm something. Because I was never anything. But I've gone through it, and I've been through it, and I'm there with you guys. I came back from Summit really, really pumped up and wanting to push our team to be elite, and that meant me being 5-star. And I told you guys then, you know, it takes all of us to make that happen. That means 5 of you guys are diamonds underneath me, and that's my goal, but that doesn't mean that we have to do that. But I do see at least a couple of those happening, maybe 2 or 3. And I never thought that that would be possible, but I can see it within you guys developing. I can see it growing. I can see your drive. I can see you changing right in front of me every day. And you're being consistent, and you're being more consistent as time goes on. And that's all this is really about. When you have consistency in your health, when you have consistency in pushing play every day, or getting out for a run, or going out for a hike, but you're doing something every day, then you start to do that stuff in other parts of your life. And when you were concerned and scared of people judging you and saying horrible things to you, coming down on you for making changes in your life, you got brave and you did it anyways. And there's somebody that might see this at some point that isn't brave yet, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Because the people that have something negative to say, or the people that come down on you, they're just afraid of you being different, when you're just going to be a better version of yourself. And that's okay. Sometimes you have to leave people behind and be all right with that, or at least leave people off to the side a little bit, because they just don't get it yet. They just don't understand it yet, but they will, because you're sticking with it. My own family wasn't there 100% with me, like not really understanding what I was doing. I'm not sure they 100% understand exactly what I'm doing now, meaning my parents and that. But they're proud of me, but they don't see what I'm really doing. But they will, because as our team continues to grow, as we advance rank together, you know, maybe we won't be an elite team this year because I'm trying to do that in a really short amount of time. We will be next year. And then what happens is recognition at Summit when we go to Summit the next year together. Because every July we're going to go to Summit together, and we're going to get bigger, and we're going to get stronger. And we're going to continue doing that, because we are actually teaching people something that they can carry with them for the rest of their lives. Beachbody isn't magic. It just makes sense. It's not for everybody, but it's for me. And it's for my husband. And, you know, maybe it'll be for Mason someday too. Maybe she'll find something else that is her motivator, whatever it is for her. You just have to find what works for you. So that's this entire business side too. They talked a lot about finding your principles, like what are your driving factors. And I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to talk about tonight, but I really wanted to put that out there to you guys, kind of what what came to my mind last night. And then this afternoon, just about an hour ago, I was on a call with Aaron and our regional director, Arnold Nakaha is his name. Really cool guy. And his thing was about how to get unstuck in your business. And he was talking kind of about the ebb and flow of what happens with coaching. And I'm really hoping that Aaron posts that to Fit Fighter Nation, because I want you all to watch it. I will copy that if she doesn't and post it, because I really want you to watch it, because we all have these ups and downs that happen in this business, and it's natural. It happens to all of us. You know, we've talked about this before. You get going, it's really strong, like you get a few people involved, you get really pumped up, and then poof, it's really hard. And then you have to work twice as hard, and you have to kind of find the new thing that you do. But the more you do that, the more consistent you become, and you find what you're really good at and what works for you, and you get better at that and better at that and better at that. And then slowly you just start to add more layers to that process you go through. Once you find what your magic sauce is, you will stick with that. You will keep doing that, and you will be successful with it, because you are you, and the people that are attracted to you will continue to be attracted to you. So just keep that in mind. So when she posts that video of the call that we did this evening, I'll post it for you guys or tag you in it, because I really do want you to watch it. And then they have these leadership meetings, like when you make certain star diamond ranks, you're invited to leaderships that happen throughout the year. And the one in October that's coming up, she, at the end of the call, got an invitation to be one of the main speakers at that event, which is awesome. And I was a sobbing mess when that happened, because to watch this woman grow into the coach that she's become, and to watch her finally make herself vulnerable, and watching her develop and reach that level is really, really awesome to watch your friend do that. And then it's really encouraging, and especially when things that have been a little slow and a little rough and a little bit challenging lately. So I'm starting September with a mindset of it's all brand new. I just have to keep going and doing the things that I'm doing, and maybe try a little something new, and just keep pushing forward, because when things are supposed to happen, they will. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, what is supposed to happen will happen. So I don't know how much time I have left. I haven't really looked at the clock, but I wanted to kind of hear from you guys. This all starts with the principles of you as a coach. If you want to call it coaching, your business, whatever the principles, your how and your why. And when I say your how, I don't mean like the logistics of it. Like, what are the things that are really important to you, that when people are looking at you, that they understand about you. So like, I've kind of like a top 5, like, and I think I've said this before, like, you know, I want people to understand that I am genuine about this, that we have integrity, that we have fun, that we are very caring and invested. Those are the things that's my how. And my why has changed over time. You know, my why at the beginning was because I wanted to get my Shakeology paid for. And then because I wanted to inspire some other friends that were interested and watch them have success. And then I started thinking, well, maybe I could actually do something with this, and I'm putting some blood, sweat, and tears into this, so I would like to get paid for it. So maybe I can make some money and pay some stuff down. And that's my big why now. My big why, the why that makes you cry, is really what drives you. And what drives me right now is understanding the connection between, if I am very, very genuine about wanting to help people live a healthy lifestyle and do that for their families, then that turns around and repays me, and I'm going to pay off my damn debt. I'm going to take care of all the debt so that the thing that I've always said, that my children will inherit my debt, will not come true. She will have her own problems to deal with. She doesn't have to deal with mine. I will not let my daughter inherit my debt. More than wanting to take trips and remodel this house and do all of these things, I'd love to. I would love to do all that stuff. But I have got to get this debt paid down so that we can do other things that make us happy in the long run. So that's what's driving me now. And to watch you guys be able to do the same thing, because you deserve to. You put thought, you put work into all of this. Don't ever feel guilty for getting whatever commission you get for that, because you're putting the time in. You're putting the time into people, and you wouldn't go anywhere else and expect to not pay for a service that someone was doing for you. But for some reason, sometimes people expect that of us, and that's not how it works. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you've taken the time to educate yourself. You've taken the time to invest in yourself, and you're taking the time to invest in other people, and you deserve to be successful as well. I had a lot of guilt with that at the beginning. Like, I feel kind of dirty about money. And I think a lot of people do. But I would never go anywhere else and expect somebody to just do things for me for free because they're putting their time into it. I always value that. And if somebody doesn't want to take money for their time and their expertise, I'm going to give them money anyways. I'm talking to little Miss Meredith down here. But that's the damn truth. So as we're moving forward, I want you to think about that and think about why you want to do that and what you want to do with it. You know, I made Diamond because number one, I wanted to meet Autumn. And number two, because I didn't even understand the money stuff at that point. I still barely understand it. But that education is coming soon, like volume and money and all that stuff. I'm going to get a tutorial on this so that I can teach you guys. But I made Diamond because the year before, when we were listening to the National Wake Up Call, we were sitting there and Glenn was listening with me, and I was like, that'd be so cool to hear Jeff Hill read my name out loud one of these days. Like, no, when they would list off all the diamonds. And they did. And that was like super exciting. Like, there's thousands of people listening to this call. And even if they fast forward through that part, like, they said my name on the National Wake Up Call. And that was really, really cool. And then when I went to Summit, they have the big recognition boards during all of the sessions. And my name was up on the diamond board. Like, 25,000 people glanced over my name. Like, that felt really, really good. Now, on the Wake Up Call, now they only do star diamonds and above because there's so many people going diamond now. But they have a whole page that's dedicated to that, like on Facebook and on the teambeachbody.com. Diamonds are still recognized publicly. They just can't read them all on the call. But star diamonds and above, they do. So we're going to get there. So if you feel so inclined, would either of you feel like you could say like what a why would be, or like one of your hows or your principles? I'm loving these eyes.
Well, of course, mine's KJ.
Mm-hmm.
Who obviously, yes, paid student loan off, my car off, So then I can buy a house so we can have a yard. That's all I want for him, is to have a yard to run and play in.
That's awesome.
That's all I want.
And you will.
I'm working at it.
I know you are. You are. Nikki is doing our Destination to Diamond group. Nikki and Jamie are doing it. And this week is all about that mindset. It's all about allowing yourself to understand that you really, we don't say deserve like in a cocky way, like, we have this bad thought process of like, well, I did this, so I deserve this, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's, like expectations, but you deserve it in the fact that you're working for this. You're changing your life. You're changing your son's life. And whatever it is out there that you're willing to work for, you will have. Mm-hmm. And you will. And it's not on anybody's time frame but yours. That was one of the hiccups for me at the beginning, was I was comparing myself to other people, and their journey was not my journey, and their drive was not my drive. Some people are just like, go, 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 go. And that's one of the things Arnold even said tonight, like the slow and steady doesn't really get there. And I wanted to reach across and punch him in the face a little bit, because the slow and steady does get there. It just doesn't get there as quickly as other people will get there. I've been at this for a year and a half, almost 2 years, and it's getting there because I'm ready for it to get there. You have to manage yourself and your mind and be ready for that and work on your own stuff. And then you can be there wherever you need to be at that time to move on and move forward. And I had to get there. And for some reason, that was this year instead of last year. I mean, that's just how it is. That's how I operate. So I'm all for people that are going to run after it, and I'm all for people that are going to be slow and steady, because this isn't about what rank I'm going to make. This is about our team, and this is about what goals you guys have and what you want to do. I'm going to continue to build this team. I'm going to continue to encourage you and to make you a little bit uncomfortable to try and push you forward, but I'm never going to push you and tell you you have to do this unless you are in a position where you have to do something because that's according to your goals. And there are some of those have tos that we don't always want to do because it's not always pretty, it's not always sexy. It's just business. 10 minutes. Mare, talk to me.
Hi.
Hi.
I think that my why has turned into more of a personal, what do I want to say, self-confidence kind of building goal as my why, because I do devalue myself a lot in just different aspects. One of them, not always feeling confident that I'm good at anything. So I think that my why needs to be like focusing on knowing that I'm good at something and pushing myself to do it.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
You're fine. This is why we do this. This is exactly why I love that we're a small team and that we see each other here every week, because you can let loose. Like, this is exactly what's different about our team than anybody else, is that we are raw. We are so raw. And I love that. I would like to think that I'm helping encourage Erin to do that, because she gave a little bit of a speech last night and we sat down and I was like, would you just open yourself up and let the blood and the guts out, like the dirty of it. And she finally shared out loud. And I had never heard this. She lost her diamond rank 4 times when she finally made diamond. Nikki, look at your face. Exactly. Erin. And I said to her, my team or anybody I know that sees you thinks that you're a Barbie in a box.
Totally.
And you're not. You are much more real than that. But that's not what they see. And she's getting so much better about making herself vulnerable about that. And she had another coach, Laura Burbage, that did a call for us. Is a great Fit Fighter call that she did for us a couple weeks ago. Awesome to watch. It's just about being you. And I'm actually doing the post tomorrow for our Diamond group that this is really about just being real and being you. Like, I hashtag real life so much that I wish I could coin it. But if you're not real and say that, then people don't really understand. You don't have to have a perfect looking post. You don't have to have all the right thing to say. You just have to say exactly what is happening. And then what has changed is, even if it's not the best situation, what good are you getting out of it? What are you learning from that? What is driving you forward? I didn't feel like doing it today, but I did because 20 other people are counting on me to do it. I still don't love to push play every day, but I do because I've set the standard for myself. And that is way outside the box for me. That is so not me the entire rest of my life. Let's say, 33 years of that. And it's still a struggle. And you can say that, Meredith. You can say that. And you know what? Somebody is going to reach out to you because of that. Because somebody out there needs to hear that. They need to see that. They need to see that struggle. That's when they really connect to you. When you put that out there. And they feel exactly the same way. And then they say, all right, I can do something. I need to do something. When you have whatever shitty life thing has happened to you, share it. You don't have to go in a lot of details other than say, life is shit sometimes. But you know what? We're lucky to be here. Because we watch so many people that deserve to be here, and they're not. So you know what? I live for them. Because it's a slap in the face to them. It's a slap in the face to their families to waste it. It's ignorant. I wrote down something that I'm going to share with the Diamond group, and my thing that I'm really big about is, I say that we have integrity. Be bravely you. Unapologetically, but gracefully you. I think that says a lot. Because some people look at words like you only live once, and they use it as an excuse to act like complete asses. That's not what that means. You only live once means cherish it. Make the best of it. Make the most of it. Live it loud and proud and gracefully. Mm-hmm. And that is so important to me. And I think that's what we're doing. I think that's what we're sharing. And if you kind of keep that as a baseline for everything that you share and everything you put out there, you don't have to work too hard, because people will see that and they will connect to that. You start reaching out to people and connecting and just talking to them, just reconnecting on a friend basis. This stuff will come up. When they start asking, what's going on with you? What are you doing? And then you get to share, I'm really working on some stuff right now. And that's why one of the vital behaviors is personal development. Because corporate knew when they were coming up with this, that this is a mind transition. You transform your health, and then you transform your mind, and then you transform your life. And I am guilty of not doing enough personal development too. So we all need to start doing that, whatever that's going to take. So, listening to the National Wake Up Call is a non-negotiable. You start doing that. It's every Monday. You can listen to the replay over the phone. You can listen to it on the online office or the podcast. I listen to the podcast every Tuesday when I work, on my way in and on my way out, because it's usually about 30 to 40 minutes. So that's one of my routine things I do. And then if you guys want, Fit Fighter Nation, there's a whole list of really good personal development books. One that a lot of our new coaches love is called You Are a Badass. And download it on, like audio, like you can get it on iTunes or like Amazon Audible. I'm still trying to figure out how to operate all that stuff. But that's one of those I really want to pick up and listen to, because I'm a terrible reader. So maybe that's something that I could challenge you guys to do if you're not doing it already. If you're not doing personal development already, do whatever it takes. Get the book or get it on Audible. You Are a Badass, because we need that personal development to drive us forward for sure. So we can start there. And then we could look at maybe another book that's more business driven after that. But I think we need to work on us personally, where we're at right now. And that'll help build that confidence and push us all forward. We all need that. I'm starting to believe that there is no real confident person in the world. Everybody has vulnerabilities. Everybody has fears. And you might conquer one fear, but then something else floats up to the top. It's human nature. I mean, we're not being eaten by dinosaurs anymore, so we have to be worried about, who's judging us on Facebook. It's the nature of the beast. And that's okay. Put it out there. It's the beginning of September. And so we start all over. And I'm setting my goal to help 5 people this month. That means I'm heading for SC10. But remember, our focus is people. I'm going to help 5 people this month. Nikki, how many people are you helping?
I want to help 6, because that's what I have written down.
Okay, 6 people. Mayor?
3.
Okay.
3.
Get out there. Make it happen. Start connecting. Start sending messages. Do a public post. Remember, you don't have to say Beachbody. You just say you're on a journey. Say what you're doing, and somebody will connect with it.